American Simone Biles now holds the record for the most titles won by an American gymnast. With her victory Sunday at the 2023 U.S. Gymnastics Championships in San Jose, California, Biles broke a tie with Alfred Joe Chim, who competed 8 decades ago, staking a move that bears her name.
So clear first place. 2-2 rotation to our involved. Here's Simone Biles.
No one in the world does this. Biles hasn't said if she aims to compete in the 2024 Olympics. A Sacramento woman who moved to Maui 3 months ago to start a new life has lost everything in a fire. African-American 24-year-old Taya Washington, along with her partner, had very little warning and made it out of their house with just what they were carrying. They were stuck on a crowded exit road leading away from the area and barely made it out. Her partner's family were not so lucky and perished in the fire. They were later found in their car. Washington and her partner are trying to come up with a plan after October 1st when their temporary housing goes away. Washington's father has set up a GoFundMe for his daughter. And no arrest yet in the shooting death of a young mother in Contra Costa County. Deputies say they were called to an area in Rodeo late Sunday and found the young woman with a gunshot wound. She died at the scene. Witnesses say the woman was sitting in a car when the shooting took place. Police are trying to determine if the victim was targeted. And more arrests could be coming after hundreds of juveniles broke into fights around Emeryville. Police say people were called to an area near the AMC Theater on Bay and Shellmound Streets for a meetup via social media. A large crowd broke into groups and numerous fights broke out. Someone fired a gun in the area, but no one reportedly was hit by the gunfire. One person was stabbed and one juvenile was taken into custody during the melees. Many of those who were in the area ultimately fled to other parts of the city. And in other news, whoever organized San Francisco's much-anticipated Doom Loop tour is still a big unknown. The Blight and Squalor walking tour of downtown's open-air drug markets never happened after whoever planned the event didn't show up. Dozens of people lined up Saturday not realizing the event had been canceled less than 24 hours before it was set to begin. The San Francisco Chronicle reports that some of the people who paid $30 per person for the walking tour got an email notification to identify the person with Alex Ludlum's email address as the organizer. Ludlum serves on the City Commission on Community Investment and Infrastructure. Ludlum has not been reached for comment. And that's a look at what's going on in the Bay Area. For more on these stories and international, national, state, and local news affecting the Black community, listen to the Black Information Network on the iHeartRadio app or log on to BINnews.com. I'm Natasha Williams on your home for 24/7 News, San Francisco's GIN 910.
African-American patients only have a 25% chance of finding a bone marrow match. Make a difference and join the National Bone Marrow Registry at BeTheMatch.org. That's BeTheMatch.org.
Because trust matters.
The Black Information Network. The Bay Area, BIN 910.
Mo's Home Improvement.
Proud partner of the Black Information Network.
If you can't stop thinking about owning a home, it means you can't stop imagining the future. And with Bank of America's Community Home Ownership Commitment, you can get up to $10,000 toward your down payment or 3% of the purchase price, whichever is less in select markets. So if you see yourself in a home of your own, turn that vision into reality. Visit bankofamerica.com/homeowner to learn more. What would you like the power to do?
Bank of America N.A. Equal Housing Lender. Credit and collateral are subject to approval. Restrictions apply. This is not a commitment to lend.
Will they find a home? Sponsored by Geico. Susan has always wanted to live in a chateau. I like a certain je ne sais quoi, while Jake is more into the Cape Cod style home.
It's a classic look.
Compromise is tough, but these two won't have to compromise when they bundle home and car insurance with Geico. It's easy, and they can save even more. In the end, Susan and Jake found a Cape Cod style home where they will only speak French.
Bonjour, je t'aime, merci beaucoup, and cordon
That's
bleu.
not
You'll
how
get
you
better with time.
change
Bundling
lanes.
without compromise.
Not how you
With
change
Geico.com.
lanes, you rich snob.
News for us.
The City of St. Louis Office of Violence Prevention is continuing its efforts to reach the youth with its monthly kickback event, News by Us.
DJ Casper, known for creating the world-famous Cha-Cha Slide, is laid to rest.
Because no one can tell our story like us.
Let's stop playing politics while folks are dying when you need to know.
Trust the Black Information Network.
The Bay Area's BIN 910 and on the iHeartRadio app. A special thank you to Sony.
A proud founding partner who shares and supports the mission of the Black Information Network.
Mathematics, also known as STEM, a 2019 Indiana University study showed that for Black women looking to obtain STEM degrees, representation matters. NASA's headquarters were recently renamed after Mary W. Jackson, the first African-American female engineer in NASA in 1958. 62 years later, we are still looking for more females with careers in STEM to highlight as role models. Women like Aisha Bo, a former NASA employee herself. Bo has created Lingo, a hands-on experience to learn the fundamentals of hardware and software design. Due to women like Jackson and Bo, young girls now have role models to look up to in STEM and will be more inclined to embark on STEM careers of their own. This is Keon Williams on the Black Information Network.
Where Black news comes first.
Listen and stay informed.
The opinions, beliefs, and viewpoints expressed in this commentary are those of the author and do not necessarily represent those of BIN and its founding partners and employees. Now it's time to bring the funk with Roland S. Martin.
You want to understand how the issue is in this country. All you have to do is watch the Netflix docuseries Painkiller. And what it lays out, something that is so tragic. When you look at this country and the so-called war on drugs, how law enforcement politicians went after street dealers, mostly African American. Yet we see how pharmaceutical companies have earned billions upon billions upon billions of dollars. Doctors have made millions of dollars prescribing drugs that frankly have been more lethal than drugs sold on the street. And what we have seen, pill mills, cities, neighborhoods totally devastated. More pills for some cities than residents there. It goes to show you how in this country you can be a legal drug dealer if you're the pharmaceutical business. But if you were selling weed or other drugs, then all of a sudden that was deemed illegal. One of the things that is required to change this nation is we have got to recognize that those with means, those with money, those with relationships, those with resources, those with lobbies, have a way of continuing to do harm to our people. But we allow them to slide by, because of their checkbook. Now all of a sudden America in the depths of the opioid crisis, and now folks are saying, let's pay attention. They were not as concerned when it was black and brown people that became the crash. What if this should be in America? I'm Roland Martin, the Black Information Network.
Because truth matters.
The Black Information Network.
The Bay Area's BIN 910.
Here's what's trending on the Black Information Network. The University of North Carolina confirms one faculty member was killed after a shooting on campus Monday. Police say they have a suspect in custody, but they're not releasing a name or possible charges.
Sports on the Black Information Network.
Black gymnast Simone Biles now holds the record for the most titles won by an American gymnast. With her victory Sunday at the 2023 U.S. Gymnastics Championship in San Jose, California, Biles broke a tie with Alfred Hokum, who competed 8 decades ago. Biles still has it said if she aims to compete in the 2024 Olympics. Elsewhere in sports, the 2023 Track and Field Championships Budapest, Hungary over the weekend. Following Sha'Carri Richardson's historic win in the 100 meters, Noah Lyles came out on top in the 100 and 200 meter races, and Team USA walked away with 29 medals, 12 of them being gold. And the U.S. Open is underway in New York City. 19-year-old black tennis sensation Coco Gauff is still seeking her first major championship. On the men's side, Francis Tiafoe, who is black, says he's ready for the competition. Prior to the U.S. Open, he spoke to the New York Post at the Billie Jean King National Center, saying, obviously there's a level of expectation, but ultimately I'm just ready to have a good run and play tennis at a high level. This is one of the places where I can actually enjoy playing generally. It's just fun. It's super fun out there. Atmosphere is crazy. It will bring a good spark in me, that's for sure. Sports at 14 and 44 minutes past each hour. I'm Morgan Wood on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network, and BINnews.com.
Inspiration to musicians, including Little Richard, Chuck Berry, and Jerry Lee Lewis. Sister Rosetta Tharpe was born on March 20th, 1915, in Cotton Plant, Arkansas. A pioneer in her guitar technique, her mixture of spiritual lyrics and rhythmic accompaniment was a precursor of rock and roll. Tharpe was the first popular recording artist to use heavy distortion on her guitar. Her influence on the British blues of the 1960s would be profound, being cited by Eric Clapton, Jeff Beck, and Keith Richards, pushing spiritual music into the mainstream. Tharpe helped pioneer the rise of pop gospel with the 1938 recording Rock Me. In 1945, she released Strange Things Happen Every Day. The album has been called the first rock and roll record. This is Frankie Garcelle for the Black Information Network.
From news tips to general feedback, we'd like to hear from you. Call the Black Information Network hotline at 855-500-9BIN. Entertainment news on the Black Information Network.
R&B singer Keisha Cole is getting her vocal cords ready to perform as she is set to sing the national anthem at an upcoming football game. The mother of two recently posted on her Instagram to announce that she will be singing the anthem on Sunday, September 10th during the LA Rams versus Seattle Seahawks game. She posted a cute selfie sitting in the studio with a caption that reads, quote, singing the national anthem for the Rams game soon. It'll be nice to take my boys to their first football game. And Kanye West is reportedly working on a new album. NBC News reports the rapper has been working on new music over the summer, and some say he'll be releasing it soon. This will be his first album since Donda dropped in 2021. Since then, he's been surrounded by controversy after saying he wanted to go, quote, DashCam 3 on Jewish people. His comments were met with severe backlash, and Adidas, Balenciaga, and Gap have all cut business ties with him. Finally, comedian and singer Deucey Young's live Wild and Out 85 South Show fame is paying tribute to his late partner and the mother of his 3 children in a permanent way. He recently took to Instagram to reveal his new tattoo, which happens to be a large picture of girlfriend Jackie O's face and her name underneath on his back. In the caption, he said in part, quote, we in this together and forever. I wish there was a reset button. It may be a lot of things we don't want to do, but we are forced to do. We must continue on with the mission, end quote. Jacqueline Smith passed away in Miami, Florida on May 31st of unknown causes. She was 32 years old. With the latest in entertainment at 17 and 47 minutes past each hour, I'm Bree Wood on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network, and BINnews.com.
I'm Keith Urquhart on the Black Information Network. John Mercer Langston was the first black man to become a lawyer when he passed the bar in Ohio in 1854. When he was elected in 1855 to the post of town clerk in Brownheim, Ohio, Langston became one of the first African Americans ever elected to public office in America.
Yeah, he's a
John Mercer
weirdo. Never
Langston
saw
was
him
also
before.
the great.
I don't know what the heck he's doing, but he is freaking me out.